So this is the Litter Robot 3, and it is a automatic self-cleaning litter box. I've owned it for a few months now, and I just kind of wanted to get my thoughts out on it just because I got it for pretty cheap compared to its retail value, and I have some thoughts on it that I thought that I might just want to give to people because I know I have some friends with cats who don't like cleaning litter boxes. So I figured this might be it might be helpful to some people. So let me walk you through kind of what it does, how it works, some of what it can do right now, and then I'll go over some pros and cons and things I like and don't like about it. So excuse the fact that you can see inside of it. The way that it works is that it is just this globe box with a rubber liner in it, and then that's where the litter sits. Cats will climb in, they do their business. There's a weight sensor in it. So if I press down on it, as if a cat is in it, it will detect the cat, and once the weight comes out of the globe, a countdown timer starts, and that's something you can change between, I think, 7 minutes, 11 minutes, and 15 minutes, and it's configurable. And then once that timer runs out, the thing will cycle. It'll spin counterclockwise about 210 degrees. It's a full 180 plus a little bit more. As it spins, the litter, and you'll see this later, the litter runs down, it gets through the sifter, so the litter goes through, and any clumps from clumping litter that you have, or poop pieces, will then fall down into a chute that is up there, and then falls down into the bag holder basin in the bottom. And then it rotates back, litter falls back through, rotates a little bit this way, and then settles back down to kind of level out the litter. As for what this can do, this is the non-Wi-Fi model. This is a couple years old. I bought this used. So when you first turn it on, after you plug it in and then turn the power button on, it runs a full cycle. And then from here, you have 3 buttons that do a few different functionalities. So the cycle, pressing this will cycle the litter, the globe, manually. Pressing empty will spin it the complete other way, and what it does is it drops everything through that chute into there, so you can completely empty this out to clean it. Reset, if it gets stuck, if it's lodged somewhere, it'll reset it and then go back to this home position, and you can try again. Holding down the power button will turn on the automatic night light. If I didn't have lights on and blinds open, there's a little blue light in here. It lights up the dome so cats can see at night, so they know where they're going. And then if you hold down cycle for a couple seconds, it starts an 8-hour sleep cycle. What that does is, if you're at night, you don't want the cats, going to the bathroom, waking you up at 2 in the morning with it moving. Although it is really quiet. It's off for 8 hours, on for 16, and it remembers that cycle. Like I said, this is not the Wi-Fi model. I bought this is a couple years old, bought it used. There's an upgrade kit that you can buy. It's, I think, $100 from what I can remember from the time of filming this. So you can connect it to your Wi-Fi, you get notifications like when the litter bag is full at the bottom, so you know when to change it. And it also tell you when there's an error if it gets stuck in some position while emptying out the thing. So real quick overview, I'll give you a quick video demo, kind of sped up, of how quick this takes. It's about 2.5 minutes to do a complete cycle between rotating, leveling, and back out, and then back to home, ready to go again. So as for some pros and cons, I've got some notes on it. Right off the gate, I do not think this thing is worth it at its full price of, let's look, actually. $450, brand new from them. That's actually, I'm sorry, they sell 2 different models. You can still buy the non-Wi-Fi equipped model. So this, without Wi-Fi, $450, with Wi-Fi, $500. So $50, if you're getting one, you might as well get the Wi-Fi. But again, $450, $500, not worth it. Unless you've got issues being able to clean out the litter box, you have multiple cats, you can drop $500 on a whim. But if you're like me, who is somebody who just wanted something to, one, help contain the smell, or just kind of make it easier for you. Like I bought this because I wanted it to be easier to scoop the litter box. In my new apartment I've been in for a few months, the only place to put the litter box reliably is in my living room, just because of the layout of how this unit is. So this kind of helps keep it down when guests are over and that sort. That's kind of why I bought this. And I will admit, when it works, it is super nice to have. I bought this for about $200, $220, used from somebody on Facebook Marketplace. So honestly, I would say if you can find it for $250 or less and you have justification for it, then by all means, I think that this is a wonderful piece of helpful tech to have in the house. But brand new, I would not say it's worth the $500. As for the things that I do and do not like, there's a lot more cons than pros, just from what I've noticed over the last few months. It's convenient, like I said, it's convenient when it works. There are so many times where this thing will rotate and then stop, like 30 degrees, 60 degrees. There are times it hits a full like 200 degrees flipped and then stops. And I don't know why. And that kind of leads into a second point of there's no way for me to know what the error is. Due to the fact that this isn't a Wi-Fi module, and this is my assumption of how it works, there are error codes that pop up. So if it's a flashing blue, I've noticed it means that the bag is full. You need to take out a new bag, put a new one in, empty the litter. If it's a flashing yellow, it means it stopped. Don't know why, but flashing yellow just means something went wrong, presumably with these like sensors that are underneath right where the litter drops through. And that's my assumption, is that something's wrong with the sensors and then it be cleaned, or your bag is kind of positioned wrong, or the litter is stuck there. I don't know. So what happens is it gets stopped, and then sometimes it'll adjust and correct itself. But there are times when I'm gone for most of the day, running errands and such, and I find that it's stopped, and it's been stopped upside down for like 6 hours, and I come home and you're like, there's poop on my floor because my cats can't use their litter box because it doesn't autocorrect, and I don't know how and I don't know why. And that is probably my biggest pet peeve with this thing, is because I don't know how it's failing, so I can't help fix it. And don't get me wrong, it's not like an issue with the unit, that as far as I'm aware, like nothing's broken, it works. It's just like, did the bag kind of get in the way of the litter dropping out, and it's just assuming that it's, you know, like there's something blocking it so it stops itself. But then also, like, if that's the case, why can't it just go back? And so the litter's in place and the cats can use it. Like, the thing is, like, I can't update any firmware on here because this isn't a Wi-Fi equipped model. So even if they do updates, which I'm unaware if they do, I can't without paying for the upgrade kit and then installing it, which is something I want to do. Biggest pet peeve right out of the gate: it'll stop, and if it stops and doesn't fix itself, it's not good. As you kind of saw from our little interruption, I have steps for these. I had to buy them used from someone on eBay, mostly because I need them. I think that these need to come with the litter robot. If you don't have these, the way it works is you have, what is this? This is the litter basin where the bag is. This rubber mat is here, and the cats have to pretty much just jump in and then jump out. And it is kind of, if I had to jump onto my toilet to use it and then jump off, that would be super annoying. So I think these are $50 brand new for something like this. And I mean, I thought about crafting something out of cardboard or wood. I got them used for like $30. You can't beat what's made for it, but these should really be included in the litter robot. I think, especially if you have like an older cat who might have arthritis, who finds it hard to move their joints a little bit, and this is what you have, or you say you had this for 5, 6+ years, and then the cat develops arthritis. How are they going to get in and out without these steps? It seems like something that should be included, like including a charger with your new phone. One last thing, which is certainly nobody's fault at all, it's just that this is a pain to clean, and it's a given due to its design. It's a globe that you have to disassemble to like fully clean, and that's okay. It's the shape of what it is. It's not much you can do about that. Just something to keep in mind if you have cats who make lasting stinks, and you need to clean more than about once a month. Just something to keep in mind. So I know I just completely ranted on this thing for the past couple minutes, and I didn't say a lot of good things about it. And to be honest, that's actually probably a good thing. This is supposed to be like a very simple tool. It doesn't need to do a lot. It just needs to hold litter, and it needs to clean itself. And it does that. It does it just fine. So I know that I have more cons than pros, but they're nitpicks from what I've noticed. And if I were to design something like this, they'd be something that I take into account because they are what I deem should be added. As in terms of some things I do like that are beyond this, like just the unit. Company, really nice customer service. I've spoken to them a few times about ordering some parts and just following up with the orders. They sell honestly almost every part you could need to almost actually kind of build this thing from the ground up. Don't recommend it because it's much more expensive than just buying the unit. But if you need to buy a replacement globe, you can buy the globe. If you need to buy the shroud with the nightlight in it, you can buy that too. The actual unit itself that has the electronics and motor in it, you can buy that too. You can buy replacement bedpan. You can buy the charcoal liners that you use to keep the stink in the bedpan, or the rubber globe liner. And I pretty much just listed out every part you need to build one, and they sell them all, and it's actually really nice. They sell, I mentioned before, you replace this entire control panel with a whole new one that gives you the Wi-Fi functionality. So if you've had one of these for, I think the specific unit was built in like 2015, well before they offered a Wi-Fi module, I can go buy the Wi-Fi upgrade kit, and that's super nice. It's a great right to repair stance, and the fact that if it breaks, I can buy the part, it means that you can have this for a long time. So nice, good thumbs up for that. So I think I'm gonna end this little review thing here. I'll leave it with a really quick time lapse of the about 2.5 minute cycle of this thing cycling. But I just want to say thank you for watching this different thing. And if you've got any questions, let me know, and I'll do what I can to answer them. I haven't had this terribly long, so I'll do what I can, and thanks for watching.